falling on Mexico City, believe it to be about 41. And we have brackets. And the first game you will see on lanes 9 and 10 is Chris Boger and Roland Rouse and Joe Coriano and myself. On lanes 11 and 12, we're going to have Omar Guzman and Ron Barron and Justin Rouse and Justin Ramsey on lanes 11 and 12. We're going to be starting very shortly. And what these are is they're 2-game matches. Winners move on, losers are eliminated. 2 games total wood, including handicap. And then we move on to a round. There's several players who couldn't make it tonight because of work or other reasons. So we're actually starting in what would probably have been round 2 with the matches. But we'll be ready to go very shortly. It's going to be a challenging pattern we're going to get into tonight. If at any time I get bumped out, I'll be doing color commentary and play-by-play for the rest of the matches as they take place, all the way up to our title match, which will determine the overall champion of the Monday Night Adult Sports Shop. The tournament that we have, the brackets have been seeded by how players have done. We'll get into that in a while. But first off, we're going to get set for some action here as we get the matches going. Good luck, Joel. We're going. Good luck, Chris. So am I. This is the whole reason I got into this league, right?
Exactly.
The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the athletic drama of human competition. Sad thing is most people are too young to remember that at all. Of course, that was from ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Howard Cosell, right?
Howard Cosell, yeah, right.
Howard Cosell.
Jim McKay.
No, that's Better Off Dead.
So right here, we're going to get started with the first frame action. 2 games coming your way. 2 games in round 1. And then the next game. Ready to go, Roland? Ready to go, Chris?
Yep. Joel, you ready? Yeah. All right.
Let's do this. And here we go. That's why I went back to the wireless mic. Boger starts out with 8. He's going against Roland Rouse. And rolling at 63 in handicap. Chris gets 45. So he's given Roland 18 pins. Omar's got 8. Ron Barron picked up his spare. As Chris picks up his spare. Will it get over? Yes, it does. Roland gets his spare.
It made it back.
And now for Joel and I, it's go time. As with most sport patterns, as we found out over the last 12 weeks, making your spares is key. Joel gets the same lead as I do. Oh, Charlie. Yeah, making your spares, yeah. Would be a good thing.
It's all right, man. Shake it off. First pick.
Ooh. So. Open flames to start with. Chris Bogle looks like he's got a good one. And he's the first one to knock them all back. Nice shot, Chris.
Thanks, Matt.
Chris came in number 1 overall in the league. Very slow, steady style. He was always in the conversation in each of the patterns, finishing in the top 3. And I think except for maybe for Bear, the last one. But Chris actually came in first place in the Battle of the Badger. A very nasty 52-foot, as Justin Rouse gets his strike on 12. Very nasty 52-foot, all oil down lane. And Chris was able to make that his own pattern. Joel and I were really close in the first pattern. I took it by like half a point. The Los Angeles 36. All go down.
Good hit.
Thank you. Put a little pressure on Joel. Ooh. Now, these are some of the better bowlers in the house for sure. Joel's incredibly good. So I have to produce. I have to produce. I have to keep pressure. But if I get into a mode where I'm marking and striking, has to happen. Has to happen. That's a 2-game set. So this is week 13 actually of the league. We bowled on 4 different patterns over 12 weeks, 3 weeks per pattern. Very challenging. And you learn the advantage of spares. Oh, rolling! Messenger just can't take out the 10. It was a good hit. The pins were flying, Messenger moving, but it just would not take out the 10. His son gets 9 over on 11, but he's battling Justin Ramsey. Oh, Chris, a good hit. That was a good hit. Chris gets a really good hit and leaves the 10. Rolling throws straight at it, and oh! Oh. Ooh.
Dude. What?
Now, working on a strike. Oh. Way left. Way left. Way left. Oh, left Joel went right. They still got 9. A little pin action. No harm, no foul.
Good spare following your freaking.
On a strike, no harm, no foul. Third frame. Keeping the pressure on. Even if that was a 9 spare, that would come out with the same result. So we were lucky after a bad first ball, only picking up 1. 5 pin for Chris. Gotta slow the game down, stay in the moment. 2 marks, they gotta keep marking. Gotta keep strong. Chris gets a spare. Ooh. On a mark. Way too far out right. Gotta stop trying to overcompensate. Joel's up. Looks good. And they all go back. Ooh, that was terrible. 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 Terrible, terrible, terrible. Bad time to open. All right, gotta bounce back. Gotta bounce back. Justin Ramsey gets 9. They all go back for Chris.
I even had a messenger on there. I'll be a 9.
We're about halfway through game 1 of 2. Joel's on a strike. What am I open? Strike here and he can even it back up if he strikes. And there it is. No doubt about it. Knew that off his hand. Should have been the last one.
Good hit.
Should have been the last one. Hey, gotta keep up with Joel, man. He just caught up to me real quick. Thank you. Important one for Joel now. I'm only on the strike. He's got the double. That's all.
That's all. Just pick it up.
And Roland knocks them all back.
Damn it, really?
Left. Gotta come through the ball. Go take the lead. That looks like yes. Gobble gobble. Should have been the first one. Should have been the first one.
Good hit. Sorry.
On the other side, Omar's on a gobble gobble of his own. Ooh, didn't come back. Ooh, yeah.
I'll make it back.
Pulls it down. Ooh. Oh shit. Joel, we went on the wrong lanes.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, we did that right there.
Yeah, nice hit.
Thank you. After bowling on the wrong lane. Yeah, both of us bowled on the wrong lane. That's good, Chris. Do that one off your hand.
Crossed over, but okay.
I thought I crossed over. I got to get more to the right. Just a little bit. Omar knocks the ball back. They're coming down here at the end. Cross.
Good hit, man.
Got double. Yeah. Good hit, man. Omar's got a 171, 201. Chris working on a strike. Justin Ramsey. Is 157. 179. Justin Rouse. It's like from Bad Doors.
Good freaking try.
Thank you. From the 10th frame on this side. Starting game 2 on the other side. So Ron has got the first game, 212-201. Justin Rouse has got Justin Ramsey, 201-179. Rolling. 121-184.
I have to get the 10 pin added. It fell down. I know. No pressure.
That's why it's 2 games.
Takes up the spare. by 9. Left. Left. I suck. I suck. Great. Ooh. What did Chris get? 148, 193. Going to game 2. So, Joel and I tied at 196 with handicap. So, whoever wins this game moves on. That simple. So the difference between us and handicap is only 6 pins. 6 to 42. Joel's giving me 6. This is scratch match. Roller picks up.
I was missing that. I needed that one pin.
Right?
Will I last past 2 games? We're down, up on 10. And they all go down.
I didn't thought about that.
Had to strike. Had to strike there. Hey Joel, At least the good thing about the first game, whoever wins the second game, we don't have to do any fancy math.
I know.
We're all even. After one. $154. $193, $184. Joel, keeping the pressure on. Keeping the pressure on.
Got you, bro. I mean,
Welcome to my nightmare. Got a double on me. Left. Left. Bane of my existence. Left. Let it go earlier, Charlie. Let it go earlier. When are you going to learn? Everything was beautiful. Still crossing over too much, though.
so, go check out. I order it, and I was like,
I'll see. $171, $160.
Yeah, right. It totally did. Cut him down. That's real freaking good.
156, 157.
My baby is good. I ate so much before we came, but that's real good.
201, 212. mark here. Need another mark. Joel stays clean. That's what the last one should have been. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, Chris. Crossed over to Brooklyn. That looks pretty good. Rolling gets 9. Justin Ramsey picks up his spare. They're just rocking over there. They're just rocking. Justin Rouse. Ooh.
I usually pick that one up. The 10 I have problems with.
Roland gets his. I'm on a strike. Almost even. That may be a good one right there. Ooh. That looked good, Joel. Left again. Just would hit your mark, you'd be okay. Joel picks up his spare. Gotta touch them all. Two and done. I got a feeling. Oh well. Somebody's gonna man the color commentary booth here, so. It is what it is. Disappointing, but you know what? Had fun. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Rolling out. Oh! Nice shot. Chris picks up the spare. cross. Brooklyn.
Crossed over, but they all fell.
Maybe. Oh! Thought he had that. Thought you had that, man. So, Ron, 109, 161. $373. Omar 167, 197. Eight, 9, 3. So Omar takes down Ron Barron, 398 to 373. Justin Rouse and Ramsey both on their last balls. That's fair. Five. 191, 213. $392. $426. Justin Rouse takes out Justin Ramsey. $426 to $392. So Justin Rouse will take on Omer Guzman over there. I forgot my shimmy. Oh, what the hell. Too many duties. There wasn't left. Wasn't left. Jeez. Don't hurt it. Yeah. Very bad time for that. Very bad time. Our game is still close, but very bad time. Whoever wins with me and Joel, whoever wins the game, wins. Because we tied the first game. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. But it is what it is. So, we'll see from the one bracket. It's going to be Omar and Justin. Chris picks up a spare. He's up by 9. 9 pins. Up by 9. Oh. Yeah, I get to bowl now, yeah. I'm looking at things like, yeah, I get to bowl now. Too high, too high. There they go. Can't miss spares.
Yeah, man, we never miss those.
Can't miss spares. Yeah, pretty much toast. Pretty much toast. Pretty much done. Yeah. It's okay. Whew. I made it to round 2. I'm happy. Well, the first round was a bye, but you know when you face somebody like Joel, it's gonna be tough. The thing I can do now is try to take it off the sheet. To have a chance. Roland picks up his spare. And that pretty much puts a fork in me. A little late. Chris will turn on strike. Not my night. Not my night. Not my night.
You missed?
Oh yeah. I saw. Stay clean, man. You got me.
Yeah, but on the tournament on TV.
Roland knocks them all back. Pick them up, Chris. Yeah. Chris gets the spare. Could be a close one. A close one here.
Come on, DJ.
Too far left, too far right. Not my night. Not my night. That's okay. Yeah. Ooh. 153, 198. $152. $215. $399. $351, $399. What the hell is it? 351, 399. So Roland Rouse face Joel Coriano, and Omar Guzman will face Justin Rouse. So we got both Roland and his son in the semifinals. Nice game, man.
Thank you.
There we go. Don't do anything with the scores, you gotta write them down. Don't do anything with the scores, you gotta write them down. I suck.
No, it's all right.
No, I do suck.
So what happens now? Is
So-
it best of 2 games or is it like 1-1 or what?
No, it's just another bracket, best of 2. Just like we did.
Oh, best of 2. Again.
Again.
Oh,
Yeah. Just hang on, I gotta write down the scores and stuff. But you'll be taking on Roland Rouse.
he just beat me, right? I know. Still, he throws that straight ball.
Okay. And I get to man the announcer's table. So that's fine. All right, so 175 to 11. 7, 10, 407 for Joel. I got 133, 175. 11, 17, 371. So Joel beat me 407 to 371. So now, let's see. So on this side, we have Omar. And I get to clean up and come back and do the announcing for that, which will be fun. I can grab a cigarette and life will be good. Life is good. You need any of the scores, Ron? Do you need any of the scores? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go from the wireless. Okay, so now we got a new microphone in. I don't have to be wireless anymore. Okay, so here we are. And now we're just getting ready to go with round 3. And on 9 and 10, we're going to have Roland. So you got Roland and Joel on 9 and 10. And we're going to have Omar and Justin on 11 and 12. And our league secretary Ron's going down to make those changes now. And we'll be good to go. Ah, thank you. $10. Oh, come on! I was. I suck. I mean, I can be good sometimes, but suck. All right, so putting in the names for the next game. Round 3 coming up. And then the winners will compete for the championship of the league. So this is the semifinal. This I made it to the quarterfinal. While we're waiting, I'm going to go out and have a cigarette so you can watch. We're not going to stop covering. And we'll be back, and I'll have lots of information for you now that I am free to just do announcements. I'll do that.
other NFC East battle.
He surely is. You called it. The Eagles.
He's a Skins. No.
I'm the football team.
Yeah.
It picks up really well.
So on our left set of lanes 9 and 10, Joel and Roland are battling.
Yeah, we're joined by Chris Boger, who finished overall. Congratulations in the adult sports shot. And
Thank you.
Him and I have been bounced out here to the announcer's booth.
Yeah, that we have.
And Justin,
Roland.
look at
Oh,
Justin. Picks
all right.
up all 10 back.
So Roland is out of sorts right now.
He bowled on the wrong lane like Joel and I did.
Roland is testing everyone. See if we're at. Yep. He snuck in a practice throw there.
Meanwhile, on 11 and 12, we got Omar Gooseman and Justin Rouse, who's Roland's son. Omar's got his spare, and he's up in the second. Justin on a strike in the second.
All four of these bowlers deserve to be here. Omar throwing a strike.
Omar matches Justin.
All right.
He's up by a mark.
All right, here goes Roland on his correct frame, or lane, I should say.
And he says it
pulled out a
don't matter.
strike.
It don't matter.
He threw the gauntlet right back at Jalel. And the banter continues.
The same thing, he got his split, and then he got his strike. Same thing you did. That's not
Right.
fair.
Omar's up on lane 11.
Omar. Oh, he crosses
Omar
over
gets
and
another
doubles.
one. Little brookie there.
Is
All right.
Justin going to be able to answer? Roland gets 7. A little too far right. Now the big question is Justin from Heart and Soul, is he going to be able to answer Omar's double?
All of these bowlers have been bowling well tonight so far.
Ooh, a little kick and a little right. Like Father, like Son, they both leave 7.
Roland.
Roland goes open.
He leaves the head pin sitting out there.
So the key to this game, as we know very well,
As we know.
is picking up spares.
Yes.
And we're seeing some opens here early, except for Omar. Omar's clean through 3.
So what I've discovered through the course of this league is, you know, when you watch the pros, we're not pros.
No, we're not.
It's
Not
pretty-
even close.
It's pretty evident by our bowling. And
Look
you
at
know-
this. Look at this.
oh,
Oh, that looked pretty good off his hand.
it did. It hit a little low.
But yeah,
I'm calling that low.
a little light. Yeah,
Yeah, a little light.
low.
There we go.
But yeah, making your spares. I mean, in the sport league, which most people don't understand, who may be watching at home, is that if you're hitting 150, you're doing good.
Right, on a sports shot. You know, and unfortunately, I will tell you that my first probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks out here, I was mad when I wasn't hitting what my average was in my other league, which I'm not a great bowler anyhow. I don't have a super high average. Joel picks up his spare. Nice. I don't have a high average anyhow. So I was super pissed when I wasn't hitting that. And I finally got it in my head. There's a reason this is a sports shot and the PBA bowlers bowl on it. Justin Rouse picks up his 7-pin spare.
Which is important. He's got to stay clean, especially with Omar's double.
Yes. Omar's been known to put up a handful of strikes in a row, which is not easy for us at our level on these sport patterns.
No.
Even when you hit the pocket, unlike a league shot, when you hit that pocket, you know chances are you're getting a strike. Omar follows up, gets his turkey.
Gobble, gobble. And now the question is, can he get the elusive ham bone?
Ham bone. All right, we'll see.
He'll be up on 11.
You know, so remembering that if you spare out, let's say 8 spare the whole way down. Ooh, Joel picks it up. All right.
Nice pickup,
Got
Joel.
his spare. Joel's clean through 3. All right, here
goes
goes
Omar.
Omar crossing over Brooklyn, and he gets
Ham
it.
bone!
Ham bone. Nice. Well, Brooklyn.
And as we know from bowling in the league, once you get somebody you're bowling
Rollins hitting the
against,
pocket.
oh, that
Hey,
looks
that's
pretty good.
it.
He knocks 10
All
back.
right.
Once you get somebody bowling against you with 4 or 5 in a row, you're pretty much toast unless you can come back.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at our level, an open here and there changes a lot.
Oh yeah.
But because of that, somebody who throws up 4 in a row, that's going to be a high score in our league.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think Omar actually has our high score in our league, which was 247, and that was one time. I think the next highest was like a 217 or so. And 200s were not every night.
No, not by a long shot. I remember the first
Rolling.
rolling doubles.
Rolling doubles. All right.
He's got to keep the pressure on Joel here. Justin goes open. And at this point, at least as far as game 1 goes, this is a 2-game match, so you can't read too much into it. But that open came at a very bad time for Justin Rouse.
Yeah, this first game is going to be tough for Justin. What he needs to do is just try and score as best he can, so that with a second game, he has a chance of coming back to take it.
Joel gets lucky. He got down way too far left.
About like it used to be different colors for what game it is. It is. So see the red line on the bottom?
Yes.
That's the first game. See the green line on the bottom? And then there's a blue line on the bottom. So they are different. I overheard wrong.
Okay.
Joel
All right,
got
Joel
lucky.
picks up his spare in the 4th.
Yeah, he got lucky. He got the ball out too far left, way left of the pocket, but it knocked down 8, and he was able to pick up the spare.
But with Rollins open in the second frame,
Yeah, but now Rollins
It's-
on a double.
right, he's on a double, but Joel, as long as he can stay clean, he's going to keep it close.
Stay clean, pick up the
Justin
spare.
Rouse picks up his 10 pin.
He needed that mark. He needs that mark.
Yep. All right.
Did he get out far enough?
No.
Came in a little tight on that.
Came in very high into the head pin. So 3 pins. 3-6-10 for Joel, and Omar's first. Oh!
Ooh.
His first. Well, no, his second non-strike.
Came a
But
little.
a string of 4 there in between. That's a pretty darn good run.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Joel. Oh! Leaves him open.
Now let's see if what Roland can do. Roland can really do some damage here
Yeah.
with a turkey. 3 in a row. And really put the pressure on Joel to get back in the game.
Yes, sir. That's where he can try and take advantage of that. For Roland, that's going to cross over,
over.
but it gives him a Brooklyn strike.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Gobble, gobble.
Omar's crossing over. Oh, misses the head pin.
His last couple have been way left.
Yeah, he's pulling him a little bit.
Maybe trying to overcompensate a little too much. That's what I was doing in the
Possibly.
second game. Too far left, and then always too far right.
Yeah. All right, Roland, that looks like a good shot. Oh, he got another. He
Ham
puts up a
bone.
ham bone.
Now he's really putting the pressure on
All
Joel.
right, Roll. Nice.
He's really got the pressure on Joel now, at least in game one.
Oh, Omar chops his.
That,
So Omar leaves an open in the 7th frame.
he still has a command.
Now,
lead.
yes, it gives him a.
But
Yeah,
now Justin, if he can put some strikes together,
yeah.
He can
Omar
come
right
back.
now is up by pins quite a bit. That's going to help him in the second
that
game.
may be out.
There
Yeah,
we go,
right off his
Joel.
hand. That looked good.
All right.
He got that one
Joel
out far
puts
enough.
10 back.
Now he's got to start striking.
Okay, Justin hits 9, leaves the 10 pin standing. He needs to pick that up to try and gain some points back, or some pins back on Omar.
If he picks up the spare, he can gain at least 10. 20 if he strikes on his next shot.
Joel resets. Justin Rouse picks up his 10 pin.
Solid
All right.
pickup there. Maybe,
He's in the zone, he's concentrating.
maybe with the headphones it
Yeah,
helps.
he's
not
got some tunes
taking-
on to get rid of some distractions.
Get rid of the stress.
Here goes Joel. Oh, he's going to cross over Brooklyn. Leaves the 5 pin. Joel needs to pick this up in order to stay within striking distance of Roland, with Roland being on 4. Ooh, Justin throws way left, gets 3 pins, leaves 7
Yeah,
standing.
that's definitely a mistake there.
That's tough when he's following up on a spare. Getting words of encouragement from a friend.
Joel
Joel picks up his 5 pin spare.
See, the other thing too is you have to remember is it's a 2-game thing. So even if you're probably going to lose the 1st game, you want to try to keep it as close as you can so you can come back in the 2nd.
Yes, sir. All right, that looks like he could. Oh, he leaves 2 standing.
So on Wednesday,
Justin was not happy with that shot.
No. Body language says everything. We've been there.
Well, they're both on opens right
I
now,
know they want to get
and Omar is up by about 40,
and then Saturday I've got to start up my
37, 40.
I don't know if I'm having a 2 yet.
So it's not out of reach for Justin
Roland's
Rouse yet.
crossing over left, leaves the 5 pin standing.
That'll bring an end to his streak. And now Joel will see just what he's really up against here.
Oh, Omar gives himself a washout.
So right now, Roland, if he picks up the 5, is going to have 200 working in the 7th.
Roland, is he going to hook it back in? He
He's got it.
does.
So he's going to have 200 working in the 7th.
All right.
Now Omar bowled on the wrong lane, so that's going to have to get fixed too. A lot of that going around tonight.
It's a different format. None of us are real used to this. Roland leaves himself an unfortunate 9 pin standing. Now, with Joel having only 1 open in this game, even though Roland had the string of 4, he also had an open. This game's going to be a little closer towards the end than we thought it would be. But if Roland can pick this up, it'll go a long way for him securing that game. Let's see. Oh! Just pulls it. Oh!
So now Joel has an opportunity.
Yes,
If
Joel
he
needs
can-
to try and
If he can
capitalize.
start striking, he can start coming back.
And like DJ said, it's not about necessarily winning this first game.
Keeping it close.
Keeping it close, and then you plan on winning your second game. Now, of course, if you can get a lot of pins on your opponent in the first game, then that takes the pressure off in the second game. Here goes Omar, crossing over, leaves a 5 pin.
Seen a few of those tonight.
That we have.
Important shot for Joel here on lane 10 in the 8th. Ooh,
Oh no.
just came in hard at the last second. It set up beautifully, then came in really hard on through
He
the
leaves
face.
himself a 4-6 split. Omar going for his 5-pin.
Ooh! Don't hurt it. Don't hurt it, Omar.
All right, Joel. Just going for
He got
count.
one. He
Just
got
going
one.
for count. He got one. All right. So here's the foundation frame for Joel. Omar just finished his foundation frame with a 9 spare. Justin Rouse on his foundation frame night. Leaves himself 3 pins.
Now,
1,
it's
2,
a-
7.
It is a split, but it's not considered a split because the head pin's there.
Correct, washout. Yep.
Right.
Yes, in case anybody at home doesn't know that, if the head pin is standing,
Ooh!
it cannot be a split by term. Definition of the term. Joel has an unfortunate 4-pin standing. Oh,
Yeah.
Justin picks up his
Important pick up
spare.
there for Justin.
Yes, very much so. I'm wrong, that's not a 4-pin. Doesn't matter, Joel picks it up.
I'll see it rolling though.
Roland's back. How's Justin Rouse do?
Again,
All
he
right.
goes too far left.
Leaves himself a 3-pin spare to convert. Roland is up in the 9th frame, his foundation frame.
He might
He's going to
over
cross
too.
left, but he gets them
All back.
all. All right. It's a strong showing by Roland.
He's not playing around this
He
game.
is not. He is not. Oh,
Ooh.
Justin Rouse leaves the hidden 9-pin.
So that gives
Not Justin's best game, but we all have those.
129
Here goes Roland.
and a 174.
Oh, that's looking. Oh, a tough 7-pin standing. Roland leaves a tough 7-pin.
So Omar's going to
Right.
definitely win game 1.
Yeah, it's just
Now
by
he-
how much.
Now he's just piling on for the second game.
If Roland can pick up his 7-pin here, it's going to make it harder for Joel to come back. I think he's going to get it with this. Watch. No, he's going to come
Ooh.
up. No. Good try, Roland. Good game, though.
Nice
Good
game.
game.
Nice game. 193 with his handicap. That is going to be a 256.
Yep.
That handball.
That's, yeah. The handball. I mean, he only had 2 opens other than 10th frame, and that's Joel. Oh, no. All right, Joel needs to pick this up and get a high count in the next, with the next ball in the 10th frame. Gain some pins back. Omar following up his 7 spare with a 9.
So he's over 200. Scratch that is.
Oh no, Joel got it out there. Oh, that won't count. Omar has himself a 200 game. Nice, a 207 with his 30 handicap, 237. That's going to give him a decent lead over Justin Rouse, who has a 174 total.
It'll be 26 and 37, so 60 pin lead going into the second.
That's going to be
game.
significant. And roll. Oh no, they cleared it. It was 180s.
148, 184.
Okay.
And we're ready to go with the game 2 of round 3. And both Joel and Justin Rouse have some work to do. With Omar and Roland both with a commanding lead going into the second game. Omar crosses
Omar's
over for a
begins the
strike.
second game of the strike. Hi, Roland.
148, 184.
So Joel had a 184 with handicap,
With handicap.
and Roland had a what, 256? Joel's got his work cut out on him there.
Both Omar and Roland are up in their respective matches by about 60 each.
Justin Rouse. That one's going to be
You can-
tough, buddy. That's
you
going to
can
be
do it.
tough.
You
You
can
got
do
it. Justin Rouse leaves himself a 4-6 split.
But, Joel definitely isn't under any illusion as to the work he's
No,
got. in this
Joel
game.
knows.
He knows.
And I think that's, it's fair to say for all of us when we're even bowling on a league, we know what's going on. We're not paying attention. We may not want to talk about our scores or anything up there, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you're doing. Everybody's got their own, way of doing things. I know I personally, if I'm having a good game, I don't like talking about it because whether it's superstition or not, Joel leaves a 9-pin.
Out of trouble. Out of trouble.
Whether it's superstition or not, I always feel like I mess it up, which I guess that's not superstition. All right, Justin Rouse. Strike
Knocks
on
the ball
frame
back.
2 of his second game.
But also, when you're bowling in a league, when you're bowling with a team, if you have a bad frame, there's always somebody else on the team who can pick it up and pick you up.
Yes.
When you're bowling like this in
Yep.
singles, it's all you. And, we're just regular folks here.
Yeah.
We're not the pros. The pros go to like psychiatrists for and sports, for the mental game and everything. We don't have any of those advantages.
All right, somebody called Omar off, so he's got to reset. He's going to go. Joel did pick up his 9-pin on his first frame of the second game. Here goes Omar's second frame. Coming in pocket, though, a little high.
Still, he's coming in just a little tight on the pocket.
Rolling.
He goes to the
Also.
face.
All right. That is a split.
That is a split.
There is no head pin there. Omar going for a 6-10. He's got it. Good pickup, Omar.
Nice pickup,
Clean
Omar.
through 2. Rolling gonna give it a shot. No, but he got his 3. He
It's a count.
stays up on count. Okay, keeps his
Now
count.
Joel has an opening. Joel has an opening.
He does, yes. He's got to capitalize. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Omar, ooh, that's a 4-pin. Nice. All right, Roland's back.
Roland
Back
knocks
on the
them all
strike
back.
train.
Way to come back after it opened.
Omar going for his 4-pin. He swings it wide. Ah,
Not happy with that
Omar
shot.
leaves his third frame open. It's going to give Justin a possibility to add 2 more to his string. Oh no. Joel winds up with a 4-7-10.
He got it out, just not far enough to come back, and it went
Yeah.
through the face.
And with this sport shot, I mean, if you don't follow the transition exactly or you miss your mark by a few boards, it's gone.
There's Justin Rouse. with a
Justin
nice
puts 2 in a row.
solid double.
And Joel, nope. Joel gets his field goal, unfortunately. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough with the lead that Roland has right now. Joel's got to put that out of his mind and just, that's it. Playing my game and just play it. Justin leaves himself a 5-pin. Unfortunately, didn't get the turkey. It's okay, though.
He's got that out.
Oh,
right.
that one actually looked pretty
A
good.
little too far right.
Here,
Just a touch.
he's in my way. I can't see. Way to go, Joel. No, I'm just kidding.
just a little too far right. Just to come back and set up in the pocket solid.
All right, Justin picks up his 5-pin. Joel going for his 2-5. All right, he got that, no problem.
Now Roland can really start to put some heavy pressure on here with a solid strike.
Omar's following an open here in his 4th frame. See what he does. Oh!
Nice.
Some
7
decent
pin
pin
straight.
action, but 7 stays standing.
And right now, Justin's on a double and a 9 spare.
Roland gets his wash out. Came in light. Missed contact with the head pin.
There are some opens. There are some opportunities here for Justin and for Joel.
There are. Oh no, Omar. That's 2 opens in a row for Omar. And Justin for what his last 3 frames were. Oh, Roland! Oh!
Almost.
Just slides the head pin right by the 10. Good try, Roland. So with Justin with his 2, 3, and 4 frame marks, and Omar leaving 3 and 4 open, Justin, if he can mark out, he may have a good shot at coming back. Depending on what, of course, it's all going to depend. Yes, it's going to depend on what Omar does too, but it's giving him some openings.
And again, we see this a lot, even in the league, is that you may have a terrific game. You may put a huge string together, and the next game you come back, bleh, and it's just not there for you. And we're seeing that a little bit with both Roland and Omar in this game.
Oh, is Roland going to come back? Oh! Gets 2 of his 4. Good try, Roland.
So now Joel's really got to put on some
Here goes
pressure.
Omar. He's got his 1 pin spare there. All right, he's back on the mark train. All right. Here goes Joel on lane 9.
Really
His
important
4th
shot.
frame.
And they
That's a
all go
beautiful
back.
Shot. Yes.
He needed that
That's
one.
what Joel
He
wants.
needed that one very badly.
And it was a beautiful shot. If you can repeat it, Justin swings it. Ah, Justin comes in on the left again. If he can just stay clean, though, he'll give himself at least an opportunity.
Yeah, right now he's up by about 30 if
Yeah.
he picks up the spare.
Goes Joel. Frame 10 or lane 10.
Then,
Oh, he's
That
left
was-
that 10 pin.
that was a beautiful
That was
shot.
highway robbery, I tell you.
Beautiful shot.
Wrap 10. I think of all of our bowlers, Joel is probably the one that hooks the ball the most. Justin picks up his spare, stays clean through 5.
I think of all of us in the score shot, he definitely has the most revs on his ball.
Yes.
Going to the 10 pin on 10. 10 on
And
10. Oh!
oh, he misses the 10.
Just inches by it.
Ugh. It's going to be heartbreaking for Joel.
The one thing that's
So-
really cool, I mean, you can see, I mean, these leagues are a lot of fun, but they are somewhat competitive.
They are.
And even with the prizes like 30, 50 bucks, you know, you can see the passion in the games.
Yeah, it's still a competition, you know, and we're all friends. We're all going to leave here, you know, friends. Nobody's going to be mad at each other. However, while you're up there, you want to do well.
Yeah.
Even if it's, for me, it's not necessarily that I wanted to beat Roland. I wanted to do well.
Well,
And I
bowling,
feel
like golf,
yes.
you're playing against yourself.
Yes. And Roland, you know, to be fair, Roland played 2 good games.
Mhm.
And I left too many spares out there, so I didn't bowl well. But Roland, fair and square, beat me.
Yeah.
And Roland is giving Joel a run for his money. And you know, and DJ, you know, you were in the same boat in the first round.
Yeah, you can't
And-
get mad at your competitor. You have to
No,
get mad
oh,
at
no.
yourself.
Yep, it's
Because
the
it's-
lanes, it's us.
It's the bowler,
Yes.
right?
And, you know, although there's competitive nature to us, we're all friends.
Oh yeah.
And afterwards, we'll congratulate each other and be. I know for me, I'll be genuine about it. You know, I hope these guys do well. I want to see them do well. And like in our league, I will tell you, this was the first league that, you know, everybody, like, we all were giving each other thumbs up.
Support.
You know, yeah, support when we'd leave 7 pins out there because we were all learning sport patterns and didn't know what the heck we were doing.
And we're all having fun together. We're all having fun
Picks up
together.
his spare.
All having fun together.
Nice.
That's the name of the game. Let's see what
So
Joel can do
the
here.
spare that Roland just picked up was, if I am right, I think it was the 2.7. I'm sorry, the 2.8, and that's actually a tough spare because of the pins being in line.
Yep.
And Roland hooked into it, which is, well, it depends on each bowler. Each bowler has a preference. Some bowlers throw straight spare balls.
Omar
Omar
knocks the ball
gets a
back.
strike. 7th frame. So Omar left those 2 opens in the 3rd and the 4th, and since then he hasn't looked back.
He's throwing a good ball. He's throwing
Yeah.
a good ball.
Oh, Joel swings it around his spare.
That's kind of how I was feeling last game.
Yeah,
Joel put like 2 or 3 together, and it's like,
yeah. Once you get to a point where you just kind of are like, oh, I'm done. There's nothing.
Put a
you
fork
feel
in me.
like, yeah, you feel like you just can't really do anything. I will say, you know, at least for Roland and I, it came down to the 10th frame. Now you can look back. Ooh, Joel, that was a good hit. Leaving the 10. It's a wrap 10 when he hits it like that. Sends the 6 out around it. But like, there were other spares out there that I left, multiple, but it still came down to a possibility of either direction for both Roland and I, and he won it. And he bowled better than I did. Let's see if Joel, oh dear.
Justin, this is his spare.
I make a step up. It's a warm up.
You gonna step out here or out front? Okay. Roland's up, crosses over, leaves himself a split, 5-10.
At least I'll leave this here. I feel
Okay.
better than behind you.
Okay, no, that's fine. Did you get me a refill? You're the best. Oh, Justin. Justin on lane 12. Picks up 6. Roland, he'll get his 5 and unfortunately leaves the 10. So this second game is close for Joel and Roland, but unfortunately Roland put such distance between them on the first game.
Yeah, 60.
It's going to be really hard for Joel to come back at this point in the game. Justin picks up his 4 for his spare. Roland hits a good shot, unfortunately leaves the 7 pin.
Well, what Joel needs to do right now, he still got the 8th, 9th, and 3 in the 10th. He could still put 5 in a row together.
Yeah,
If he can do that,
he'll throw 90 more pins up there with doing that. Omar crosses over to the left, leaves 3 pins. Roland second guessing his ball choice. See if it was the right decision. I won't know because whether he gets it or not, I can't tell if he hit his line, but he got it.
got it.
That was the right decision.
the right decision.
Good choice, Roland.
our high-tech monitors.
That's outstanding, though. You know exactly what it's casting. Here goes Joel, 8th frame. He's gonna cross. Oh, unfortunately, I think Joel's just really frustrated with his own performance at this point, and we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Omar hangs it out left, or hangs it out right. I mean, it did grab though and come back, which these lanes were not doing earlier.
Omar picks up his spare.
Omar, all right,
Cleans it up in the foundation frame.
he goes.
That was good.
Joel,
Ooh.
oh my.
I see when you,
Joel,
sometimes you just have
yes.
a night like this,
Yes.
where no matter what you do, no matter how good a shot you throw, the pins just don't fall your way.
They don't. And I mean, we've seen several hits from Joel where with his revs, the speed he puts on the ball, he is drilling that pocket, and the 6 is just wrapping around the 10. Now, if we were in the PBA, we would know exactly why it's doing that and make adjustments to come in differently into the pocket. I personally, if I hit the pocket, yay! And then if they fall, that's even better.
But again,
but I don't know what. Yeah.
With this league, what it comes down to is getting your spares.
Yes.
You know, is you're going to get these funky hits and things,
Yep.
and but being
Justin's
able to
got his
deal with
spare
them.
on 11th lane. Oh my gosh! Let me say that again. On lane 11, in the 9th frame. Ooh. Roland crosses over, but leaves the 10. This is Roland's 9th frame. Roland, swings that out into the gutter. Just got away from him a little bit. Here goes Justin. Oh, sent a messenger, but the messenger went behind the 6 pin.
So I think
He
unless,
needed that too.
Yeah.
He
Unless-
needed that.
Unless a
but-
miracle, I think the Roland and Omar will be in the final.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, Justin can pick this up and throw a strike, but ooh, Roland, good
Dodgeball
first
back.
ball of the 10th frame. All right, Justin. He's got his spare, so even if Justin gets a strike here, Omar. I think if Omar throws 2 gutters, it's still Omar's game from his score from the first one.
Yeah.
And I don't expect Omar to do that. All right, let's see what Roland finishes up here with. He's going to go left, but oh, he leaves a 9 pin standing. All right, Justin's up with his last ball of his second game.
Possible 163. Scratch.
Oh,
That'll be a
he goes through the head
162.
pin, but picks up 9.
Is that the total 580 to 584 between the 2 games?
I don't think so, Joel.
No, no.
I'm.
No.
I don't think.
He got me by like 80.
Right.
No, that's got our
No,
all
he
of our
had you.
games
He
in,
had
I
you
think.
by. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, those aren't. That's not accurate. Ooh, Omar in his 10th frame gives himself a 4-6 split.
Well, let's go 137, 200.
And like we were saying, though, it's kind of it's a moot point at that point,
450
just for his own score. Joel, ooh. right, so here are our totals. So we need to look at. Oh, we're gonna have to bump that over.
Yeah. See what the handicap is. Well, actually, I can probably figure it out.
We're gonna move. The finals are gonna be on the other pair.
So we're ready to go here. We're ready to go with the last championship game here. Omar Guzman and Roland Mouse. End of the season. Right here from the Monday Night Adult Sports Shot. Brought to you by localbowler.com. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. The summer league, summer session of this league starts next week. So if you have any interest, make sure you contact Ron Vogel on Facebook. We'll be back for the championship game in just a minute. So Omar starts out with a spare. Roland gets up for his first frame in this two-game match for the final of the Adult Sport Shot, the inaugural Adult Sport Shot. Roland gets 7. So Omar finished 3rd overall. Roland finished 8th in the overall competition. And right now they're bowling for the overall championship of the league. Roland goes open.
That's still his chair.
So it all comes down to this. Roland leads at 5. And he picks up the spare. Now Omar up on 14. And a spare. Crosses over and knocks them all back. And we're bowling this on 13 and 14, which were the breakdown pair, which were also oiled with this pattern. So these are basically the first games on this pattern on these two lanes. Ooh. And that one didn't come back at all. With handicap right now, Roland's up 22. And he gets 3.
They were just since nothing had been done on the
Ooh. Roland leads to 7.
On the 7.
Go for it. Gotta have some classy remarks though, like the guys on TV.
Oh, I will.
The police are coming. Woo, woo, woo.
You're right. There's a handbone alert. Oh no, a 300 game alert. That's what it was.
Ooh.
Oh. Roland gets his tap on the 7.
All the way across the lane.
Uh-huh. Lots of pretty colors up there. What's happening in this one?
Well, that's because they had to take away all the shots.
Nice. Oh.
Ooh.
Roland goes through the head pin, but he stays safe at least.
Gotta pick up the spare.
Roland's going for his 3-6.
He
and he
gets it.
gets it. Nice. So Roland had it open in the first. He's got 3 spares since. Omar left an open in the third.
Woo.
right now Roland is leading because they're tied in the third, 46 apiece. And Roland's fourth is a mark. What can Omar say to that? He
All
drops
back.
him. Yep.
10 in the pit.
Omar said, I'm done.
I was just saying to folks that this is the first games bowled on this pit, so the oil's pretty fresh.
Ah, yes.
Whereas the other ones, they were coming back, and Omar, his last one, the ball didn't come back too much. He went through, kind of washed out.
So, you've seen both of these guys bowl. Do you think an advantage goes to either one? With it being a new player?
I think my advantage, I think, would go to Omar.
I think so too. He throws a straighter ball.
Well, he throws a straighter ball. He's usually been very good in the pocket during the whole competition. He finished third overall, where Roland came in eighth.
Yeah.
But when Roland gets hot,
Yes. Roland can beat any one of us.
and any
Good-
given day,
Good pickup, Omar. Good pickup. So, the way I saw it was, when Omar releases the ball, he typically releases it out around the 8 board or so, coming in towards the pocket. Roland comes inside that, loops it out and puts hook on it, and brings it back in.
also Roland gets a lot of loft on his
He
ball,
does.
which is going to help offset all the oil on the lane.
Right.
So my son-in-law saw Roland bowl once. It's like a softball pitcher almost,
Yeah.
the way he lost it down the lane. But he can control the loft and the hook back.
He controls it. It's his style. Going for a 6-pin. Will he get it?
Yeah.
Woo, he gets his six
Gets it.
pin.
Very important. Roland right now up by 32. Both working on spares in the fifth.
Oh, he's gonna come right in.
Ooh.
Oh, a little washout. Now on the pairs that way they just left, that would have hit in the pocket or on the left side of the head pin. But because the oil is there, it's stopping the ball from coming
One thing
back.
I noticed in the first couple games that I shot, you have to watch your speed.
Yeah.
Slower speed on this heavy oil, and you really have to control
Yeah.
it.
If you want it to actually hook and drive, if you're just throwing at the head pin, yeah, just go for it. You might as well throw out a plastic ball too.
Yeah, I actually did that the last game. I was bowling Joel because he had already beat me. And I
That was
tried it,
first
went
count.
down, and it hit pretty good.
Yeah. All right, Roland leaves his first open since the first frame. He had strung 5 marks together. Or for those of you who know how to do actual math, he strung 4 marks together. But he was counting. All right, Omar. That one did not come back.
And when Omar has to go almost right down 10 with the speed that he's throwing.
Yeah,
Because if he gets it out too far right, it's just not coming back.
no.
And
So,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say with the loft that Roland has, they can mitigate some of that oil, but Omar's much smoother and much
Yeah.
more right down the lane. Nice
All right, he
pickup.
covers his spare. Well, and for me, I had to change, like, unlike our league patterns on this set of lanes. When we're here for our league, I pretty much stand in this. I start each of my nights in the same spot. I might move faster, depending on how the lanes break down, but I start each of my nights in pretty much the same spot. On these patterns, that changed all the time.
Ooh.
Oh. All right, Omar on a nice hit leaves a 7-pin. On these, sometimes I would start with my foot on, I don't know, 17, and I'd throw at 10. tonight I tried something different, and it kind of, oh, Omar misses a 7-pin. I tried something a little different, which worked for me on the third pattern that we did, where I was coming in more from with my feet on around the 10 to 12 board depending, and throwing at board 10 and rolling it that way and letting my hook come in at the end of the pattern. And it may, if this were one of our typical league nights when we were bowling 4 games, I probably would have scored better in my 3rd and 4th game as the lanes were breaking down.
Yes.
Than I did earlier on. But Roland's been on fire. I mean, he's tearing it up tonight.
Well, he's Omar's brought it back to a 12-pin game.
Yeah. This is going to be important for Roland. Very important, and he gets it.
Got to keep marking. Got to keep marking.
Nice Roland. Nice Roland. I love the good sportsmanship that they can still give each other grief and laugh about stuff, you know, even though it is a competition.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all playing a sport. Nobody comes out here to lose.
Right.
I mean, we don't want participation trophies.
Yeah. I mean, there are times that I come out and I feel like I'm losing, you know, but oh, that could be a good shot, Roland. Leaves a 7-pin.
A lot of corner pins tonight. A lot of corner pins on some decent pocket hits.
Oh, Roland, are you going to bring that one back across? Yes. Nice. Good pickup, Roland. Good pickup.
You're giving us a coronary up here, Roland. Yeah.
He said, you should be down here with me. Omar's coming back into the pocket, drops them all. That was a solid hit. Solid hit.
Do that off his hand. That was a good shot. That was a good shot. Now can he double?
Can Omar get his double?
Right down 10.
Coming in, well, a little light in the pocket, but all right. Gets 7.
A little tough there. There's double wood on the one side.
Yeah. This is one that if he can angle this like those two, the 5-2 pin, or the pocket, like the strike pocket,
exactly,
then that's the perfect way to pick this one up.
Yes.
Yep.
Just like that.
Nice. Good pickup, Omar. That's actually really tough again because of the wood in the back. Good pickup, Omar.
So Omar spares his foundation frame, Roland's up. And if they go the way they've been bowling, well, Roland will finish out the game. And then Omar was
Roland got that one outside, misses his pocket. And unfortunately, that's going to hurt his count there with only 6 pins.
The difference is like 9 pins. 46, Roland gets 46 handicap, Omar gets 37.
Okay.
So,
Oh
plus
no,
9.
oh no,
Ooh,
oh no. Oh.
that could hurt. That could hurt. Foundation frame.
Oh, Roland. Sorry I bailed on you, DJ.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, out of trouble, but He was on the verge of a 4-9 split there. And that would have been very unfair for that hit.
So if he picks this up, he's got a possible 152. He
Right.
should pick it
Roland's
up.
Gotta hook it back in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Roland.
Possible 152 with a strike here.
Roland's gonna cross over to the left a little bit. No, he goes straight through it. It's
151.
9. All right. Good game, Roland. Uh-oh. Omar got it out right. And we get 6.
At 214. Now, Omar can only make up 20. Really spare here.
Oh, Omar. He gets 3 of the 4. Good game, Omar.
So Roland gets the first game by 27.
All right. Starting the second and final game.
Omar will get us started off. Still, he's getting it out too far right.
Yeah. A little bit right. Does it look to you like Omar's flirting with the gutter?
He's flirting with the gutter. Definitely getting it out way too
Yeah.
far right. It's just not having enough back end to come back. But he's like I was doing the last game, trying maybe overcompensating
Yeah.
a little and putting it out there too much.
Trying to
Now
avoid.
now he's overcompensated the other way and got it too far left. And goes open. But that's sometimes one thing I've noticed. I know I certainly do a lot. Is shots go one way, especially with me. It tends to be I'll set it down too far left,
Okay.
and then I try to come back right, but then I'm setting it down way out
Yeah.
right, almost by the gutter, or sometimes in the gutter.
So, I remember Dave from our pro shop. He was trying to tell me about micro adjustments. You know, unlike on league nights where you have much more leeway,
Right.
or how you can miss, or where you can hit and get a good score. Oh, that was a good shot from Roland, and
And
he
it
gets all
goes.
10.
He gets the tap on
Nice
the 10.
shot. But micro adjustments are necessary in the sports shot to try and avoid those overcompensations. But we all still do it. I did it tonight at one point. You know, it happens. I think it's, you know, we're not used to bowling this type of pattern. Just that being a sports shot in general. So we haven't learned that yet.
But the bowling in the sport shot has definitely helped during the league.
It has. I've noticed that it helped me specifically get better with hitting my mark on a repeat basis. Roland crosses over to the left side, leaves a 9-pin. So, yeah. So specifically, I have been much better on my league night about hitting my mark repeatedly. And once you can do that, at least in my case, then I can start to make adjustments. Doesn't mean it's the right adjustment because I'm not at that level yet.
Right.
So I might move and then go, well, that didn't work. Then I got to move back the other way. However, at least then I have something to base my decision to move on instead of going, well, I'm just going to move over here and throw the ball and see what happens. At least I can actually hit what I'm kind of aiming for now.
Well, one thing, like you said, Dave Rep, the guy who owns Lightning Strikes Pro Shop, as Omar
knocks
crosses over
them
and puts
off.
them all back. He said that, you know, with these sport shot patterns, if you make a good shot, you're definitely rewarded.
Yes.
If you're even a touch off,
Yeah.
the penalty is horrid. It's
Yes.
terrible.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's got a much smaller zone for error. Like
Right.
like if you don't hit this exactly with the right speed, the right revs, everything has to match up, or you're not going to be rewarded for it.
exactly. Whereas you have maybe a 4 board, 5 boards out of the house shot
Yeah.
that we all have. And, I mean, you know, you look at it realistically. I mean, you know, bowling is a business, and the lanes are here to promote bowling and get more people bowling. So
Oh, Omar overhooked.
you want people to be able to join leagues and feel they can do well. So the short shot
Try, Omar.
shot can't be as tough as
Yeah.
the sport shots.
Yes, I would agree. Yep.
If the shot was like this in every league night, nobody would be bowling here.
Right. Nobody will be bowling around the country. I mean,
Exactly.
You know, just like bowling would die. You're right. You're exactly right. Because people don't want to come in and go, I can't score above a 120, or in my case, a 118 sometimes, and go, yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm just done.
Right. Just say
And
it's not a sport
yeah,
for me.
Exactly. But you know, there's pros and cons to it. That's why I joined this league, and I'll stick with it next year too, or next season, and hopefully continue to get better. And I hope that translates over to my league. Roland going for a 10 pin. This is going to be close.
Ooh.
No, unfortunately. Roland said closer. 10 pin, typically the hardest pin for a right-handed bowler to pick up. Even though I've heard some people say that a 7 is, and I beg to differ. For me,
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
the 7 is way easier than the 10. As my scores tonight showed that.
I hear you. So they're both on opens in the third. Roland is throwing his fourth, and leaves another 10. But at least he's close to the pocket
He is.
with the majority of his shot.
Yes, he is flirting with that pocket. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. Depending on what Roland does here, they both have opens in the third. Roland did have 2 marks, and he does have pins currently, but Omar's not far behind. So whether Roland leaves this open or not is going to determine a lot. He puts more loft on it, and he picked. Oh, he did not. That was so close. Good try, Roland. I thought your loft did it for you on that one. Yes, you are. That next one has to get it. So Roland was actually using loft to his advantage and using it purposefully to try and get the 10.
But Omar's still getting out too far
He
right.
is.
He's
He is.
not getting back left enough for that ball to come back.
So if you were in Omar's position right now, do you think that you would move your feet?
He's too far right, so I'd be moving right.
You'd
I would
move
be moving
right,
right.
and throw maybe at the same mark, but
Well,
change the
always,
angle.
always. Well, I mean, when I was a bowling, well, I am a bowling coach, but when I went for my training to be a bowling coach, the
No.
the thing was, you always move in the direction of your miss and hit the same mark.
Omar. All right, shake it off.
That's what you move in the direction that you miss. If you miss the pocket left, you move left a couple boards and hit the same mark. If
Yep.
you miss right, you move right and hit the same mark.
It's all about angles. And each bowler has to figure out what their initial starting angle is. All right, now that one got closer to the head pin, actually came too far into the head pin. But each bowler has to figure out their own starting position because it depends on your revs, the amount of boards that you typically hook, the ball,
Right.
the surface on the ball, the lane conditions. The lane conditions aren't quite as much once you know what type of bowler you are. Your crankers, you know, your...
Ooh.
Oh. Omar's having a rough time on this game. That was a very good try at a hard split. Omar, good try.
Good try.
That was a very good try. That was a very good try at a tough split. But you got your crankers, your strokers, and your tweeners for, you know, the amount of revs, the amount of boards that your hook will cover. And until you know that about yourself as a bowler, ooh, another tough split. All right, these lanes aren't being kind to these two good bowlers.
No.
But once you know that about yourself, that will give you your starting positions, and then you know what your angle is for start, and all of your adjustments from there. But yes, is he going to get the two? Oh, he gave a try. He was
going
good
for it. He
old
was going
college
for it.
try there.
It's also when you're bowling, sometimes when you're trying to make adjustments, you try to do too much.
Yes.
Whether it's get more fingers in the ball, speed, or whatever. A lot of times, like I said, overcompensate, try to do something too much. Instead of just letting it flow.
You probably shouldn't change 3 things all at once.
Right.
You know, like if you're going to try and speed up and move your feet left and put more hand in it, you might not want to do that all in the same shot.
No.
See what one does.
And then, but a lot of times you can tell.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you throw a ball that's a little too flat, you know, all right, then try that. Then if it doesn't work, maybe it's speed, and then maybe position.
Roland is. He brought it back. He almost picked up his baby split.
But you see now, we've been watching these guys all night, and they've been bowling incredibly well.
Yes.
But look at this game.
Yeah.
This is a testament to how hard these sport shots are.
Yeah. Well, the sport shot, and this is their 6th game in a row, which, if that tells you anything, please.
There we go.
Oh, Omar drops the ball, 10 back. That tells you that the PABA bowlers and anybody who bowls in these big tournaments, like the U.S. Open or anything like that, where they might put in 50 games in a week, trying to make the TV, the broadcast,
The
at
five.
end, right? This is their 6th game in a row. We're not used to that. Most leagues are 3. We bowl 4 on our Monday nights, but 6 games, that's tiring. It's tiring for your, it's not about the muscles in your arms, but it's about that repetition, trying to make your arm do the exact same thing
Every time.
And once you start to get a little hitch in your giddy up, you know,
Yes, nice
it's
pickup.
easy to start developing something that you're like, how do I get out of this?
And again, they're bowling here in a one-on-one match for a championship, which is you don't normally have this kind of pressure when you're bowling. Maybe if you win the strike pot, you know,
Yep.
something like that, and everybody's quiet behind you if you're bowling for a 300 or something.
Rolling, crossed over, but he left just the 5 pin.
But normally you don't see these guys miss this many spares in a given game.
Right.
Except for this league.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
So for those of you at home who think, you know, you look at the scores like, oh, I can beat these guys. No. Come out here on the sport nights, sport shot nights. By the way, the league starts again next Monday for the summer season. Come on down to AMFF Kissimmee Lanes, join the league, and you will see how very difficult this is.
Try and be here by 6:30 to let Ron Vogel, the league secretary, know.
I'd love to have you, and you would have a really good time. These are great people to bowl with, by the way. Very good people to bowl with.
Ooh, that's going to be tough for Roland to swallow there. He only got 3 following up a nice spare.
And we're getting late. He's
Yep.
got a 47-pin advantage, but Omar's on a spare, and as we've seen,
Yeah, and it's much harder on the second ball to pick up 7 pins than it is on the first ball. Ooh. All right, leaves us open out there on the 8th frame. Omar might be able to take advantage of this and try and close that gap. Did Omar leave it out right again? No, he did not.
No, he knocked them all back.
He's got it coming back in.
And he's just cut that 50-some points down to 35 pins.
All right, Omar. This is his foundation frame, and this is very important for Omar.
If he can double here. And he
Yes,
does.
he gets it. That was a
Huge
clutch.
shot.
That was a clutch shot there. All right,
Foundation
now
frame.
Roland can answer. Good hit, Omar. Roland can answer.
You gotta remember, this total that we're seeing is for both games.
Yes.
So this is for the championship. This is 35 pins.
Is it
I
gonna
got
come
that
back?
a little
Is it
too
gonna
much.
come back? No. All right, but that's a pickup. That's a pickup that Roland can make.
Yeah. Got that a little too far down the lane.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the loft. If you drop it 3 inches past your last one, you get a different end result. Ooh,
Oh,
uh-oh. I'm not sure about this one. No. Roland needed that. All right.
So now Roland's gonna go in his 10th. I think Omar can pretty much tie this up if he can strike or double in the 10th.
Yeah. Roland needs to have a good 10th frame to put some pressure back on Omar.
And he does.
That's a good start to the 10th frame.
And he does.
Good start to it.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage tonight. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
DJ, I'd like to say for all of us that were here with you on the Monday Night League, thank you for doing the broadcast. Thank you for putting this online. Oh, Roland.
No problem. Actually, even doing this part of it is actually more fun than bowling tonight.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it a lot more.
That's awesome. This is my first time joining you up here, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Now, of course, I'm sure that there'll be comments that I don't want to read online. So I won't read them. Okay,
actually,
good.
they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I
Good,
haven't had
good.
any problems.
Oh, Roland. All right.
So Roland ends up with a 119, 182.
The total of 396. So right now, ooh, this is gonna be real close. Omar has
He needs
to.
Oh.
Oh, that's. I think unfortunately, I think that's the game.
I think
So
so.
I think Omar had to
so. He-
had
he-
to double and have count.
Yeah,
It was that close.
that close. I mean, this is makeable.
Yes, this would be a very good split to pick up. Just if he hits. Oh, wrapped it.
A nice try. 365.
Thank you everyone who watched. Thank you
So-
DJ for casting these,
Thanks for joining me, Chris.
of course.
Good match, Omar. Roland, congratulations. 396 to 395. Roland Rouse.
Roland worked his way up the stepladder competition from first round.
From eighth place in the league, and he takes it.
Are 365 and 396 are actual total?
Yes.
Yep.
For the
So Roland won by 31, and you got to remember he had a 27-pin lead going into the last game. So basically, Roland only picked up 4 pins in that last game. So that 27 lead he had in the first game really helped him out a lot. Hey, Roland, fair.
Ron, thank you for running.
Have a seat here for a second. Talk to the folks at home a minute. Congratulations. Tell me, especially in the second round, when you were bowling Joel, you put that ham bone together, 4 in a row,
Yeah.
and at 256.
Yeah.
That kind of put the nail in the coffin.
It did.
And it really helped propel you.
It did. It gave me a little bit of confidence to hear you say ham bone, ham bone. I always want to do that. And then it started kind of not being fun anymore. It kind of started being competitive. And then I wore down, but it was fun. I enjoy being with all you guys because it's me learning, and I'm still a beginner. But once I pick up this thing, I hope I'm as good as you guys.
Well, you were on fire tonight, and even when you're coming over here to the new pattern, I mean, it was tough over here, tough going the last couple games, because it wasn't breaking down the way the other lanes did. What was going through your mind as you bowled the title game against Omar? Omar's an incredible bowler.
Well, I was looking for any type of advantage, so I thought my advantage was going to be brand new lane. I said, normally the good bowlers, when they bowl in the normal lanes, they kill it. Being that this is a fresh lane, it might give me a little advantage if I just take my time and just put it down the middle. But you saw I got a bunch of nines, but I was picking up the spares, so it gave me.
We were talking, Chris and I were talking about that. You were in the pocket a lot, and you were using your loft to your advantage with the heavy oil, because the more you can loft it down the lane, the less the oil's going to become a factor.
Well, that's something I learned because all my throws are kind of lofty. I think it's my height and my age. I can't get down so low,
Right.
so I have to really get the ball out. But if I can learn to stay on my mark, getting the ball out, it'll be good. But being so active throughout the days, I lose my mark. It's like I lose that energy. But I think as it gets going and I learn how to get that repetition, I think I'll be fine. But I learned. So I'm probably about a couple years away.
Well, you're doing great. Congratulations. First place, Monday Night Adult Sports Shot, first season. You're the first champion.
Oh, man, and I think I should retire. Don't do this anymore.
Congratulations, Will. See you Thursday night.
Yes, you have to see me Thursday. Be safe, buddy.
Okay, that'll wrap it up for us. And we'll see you again Thursday night with the Finer Wines and the Lords and Ladies League. Until then, Charlie DJ Kim. We'll see you next time.